Hello everyone, welcome to Edith's Sensational Kitchen. On today's video, I'm going to be making sweet, delicious donuts. So these are the ingredients we are going to be using for these donuts. We have our 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I sieved my flour. This is our butter, salt to taste. I have my vanilla essence powder, yeast, sugar, and milk. So let's start. First of all, I'm going to be adding our 3 cups of flour inside this mixing bowl, and I'm going to turn our sugar to it. Then I'm going to be adding salt to taste, and I'll be putting in our yeast, pouring on top of the sugar. That's our active yeast. So next, I'm going to be putting in our vanilla essence powder. And I'm going to be adding in our butter. So all I need to do is just to mix everything with my hands. I'm using my hand to mix everything. I want the butter to feel like crumbs in my hand before I will turn in our milk. I'm not using electric mixer, so I'm using manual. So it's okay. I'm going to be pouring in the milk. Pouring the remaining one. So I'm going to be kneading inside the bowl. I don't want it to be too soft nor too strong. So what I will do, I will add a little bit of water to this dough to make it a bit soft because it's a bit dense. Donuts mixing is different from bread mixing. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be adding just a little bit of water. Since I'm using manual, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to put it on the work surface to knead before we allow it to rest, double in size, and come back. So I'm going to knead it on the work surface. Like I said earlier, since I'm using manual, so I'm just kneading the dough. So just a little, not too much. This is exactly the texture I want. So it's ready. So I'm going to be putting it inside our covered container. I grease the container so it will be easy to come out. So I'm going to leave it here, cover it. I like to double in size, then we'll come back to roll out our dough and start cutting out our donut. See you when we come back. Yes, we are back to continue with our dough making. As you can see, our dough has doubled in size. So we are going to be rolling it out. First of all, we're going to be wetting it, putting dried flour powder on the surface while I turn it upside down. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of powder flour on it. As you can see, this is exactly what we want. So I'm just going to roll it out a little bit. Then we'll start using our dough cutter to cut out our donut. Not too flat and not too thick. I'm almost there. Okay, this is what I want. So I'm going to be using our dough cutter. I'm going to lift it up. Take off the center one. I'm going to be putting them on the pan to rest because you also need to double in size before we start frying our donuts. Okay, let me just do it round to see how many we are going to get before we roll it out again. So I'm going to lift it up one after the other. Take off the center one. It's easy to, when you are using your dough cutter, it's easy for you to get the donut size you want. Okay. I'm doing it again because I left it by now. Okay, it's coming out with ease. So I'll do this also. So we are going to roll this for the second time so that I'll be able to cut. Meanwhile, I'm going to arrange this is what we have gotten so far. So you can see we already have our donuts. We are going to allow it to rest, but I just want to roll out the last one. Okay. So I'm putting this smaller one by the side. So there's no space for that. What I did is that I kept some here. So we have more than enough. So we're going to come back once the donut has already doubled in size, and we'll start frying our donuts. See you then. Yes, our donut has doubled in size. So we're about to start frying our donuts. We have poured in our groundnut oil. Poured our groundnut oil in the frying pan. So I just put the smaller ones to test it to make sure that the oil is already hot. So I want to start frying our donuts. So I'm going to be moving it gently. Okay. I think we can have up to about 4 in here. So I want to look for the one that's okay. Let me move this one first. It's a bit soft, so I'm supporting it with my hands. Okay. Let me space it so that I don't come together. Is the donut ball. So that's how we're going to fry our donuts. Once it's golden brown, it means it's ready. So I just want to wait a little bit before flipping it. Meanwhile, I'm trying to separate it from each other so that it doesn't stick together. So I think I can turn this. Wow. Don't want our donuts to get burnt. So I'm going to be taking off this donut ball so that it does not obstruct the movement. I'm going to flip this other side. Okay. Once it's golden brown, take it off. That's how we're going to fry all the donuts. Almost ready. I'm just checking if the other side I flip, if it's already golden brown. So if the other side is golden brown like the top, it means it's ready. I'll just take it off. I'll put in another batch. Let me check one more time. Almost. I think we need to take off that. That's the first one I flipped. So I'm going to be taking off this one. So I'm putting it on this iron rack. Put it on the iron rack. Okay. This one is really high. This other side. I think at this point I need to reduce the flame of my gas. Yes, this is the outcome of our donut. It's ready. I glazed our donuts with sugar. These are the things I used. Sugar, I used a shredded coconut and hot chocolate. So these are what you are seeing on top of the chocolate. Sugar, chocolate and shredded coconut. So it really tastes nice. Try this at home and you will not regret it. That's it for today's video. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, just press the subscribe button. Press it. Please press it and subscribe to my channel to encourage me. And if you have already subscribed, thank you very much. Please continue to watch my video and give my video thumbs up. See you on the next video. Bye.